Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Daily Coaching Sessions. I'm Manny Garavito. I do this, or at least I try to do this every day at 5 to stay up to date with you guys about stuff I'm learning, or rather working on. Hang on here while I try to connect this. Let me go live here on Instagram. Give me a moment. That's what's great about going live, right? You can just do whatever you want. Nothing goes right during a live, so might as well take your time. Okay, here we go. All right, so today I'd like to talk to you guys about a book. Of course, I put it back right on time. Influenced by Robert Cialdini is by far one of my favorite books. I wouldn't even call it a self-help book. I'd call it a book that's just a game changer book. You know, when you come across some kind of information that when you go outside and you use it, or rather, even better, when you see someone else using it, you can just stop them right in their tracks. Be like, oh, I know what you're doing. No, I know what this is. If you guys have ever read the book Influenced by Robert Cialdini, you know what I mean. According to him, he made the book specifically for people to notice when they are being influenced by an outsider. However, the real reason why people started reading the book was to go use it to do it in their business. So Influence, or The Science of Persuasion, is a great book. Nonetheless, whether you use it for good or for bad, it's a book that absolutely is terrifying. Hang on here. Almost lost the connection. All right, we're back. It's absolutely terrifying because of the fact that you see it happening everywhere you go. You go outside, you look at a billboard, you talk to someone. You could see it as simple as a tactic of a kid offering you a chocolate bar for $2. And then when you say, no, thank you, he'll then go, well, what about if I give it to you for $1? Right? So according to Robert Cialdini, the 6 tools of reciprocity are, let's see if I remember, not reciprocity, influence is reciprocity. There we go. That's where I got messed up. The 6 tools of influence is reciprocity, commitment and consistency, social proof, authority, scarcity, and I'm missing one. There's 6. Let's see. We'll start with reciprocity. Has anyone ever come up to you and offered you something in your car, like a sticker or something, like knock on your window and it's a sticker and it's got a little smiley face on it? Or have you ever heard of the Hare Krishna, when they would go out and give people like little flowers? There's a science behind that, because once they give you something, they want to ask you for $1 in return. So for example, if someone were to give you something kind, like a thank you note, that's just them establishing a relationship to return the favor on a later date. Another one is commitment and consistency. So commitment and consistency occurs whenever you say something or you confirm that you believe in something, that later on it can be used, maybe even against you. So for example, if someone says, hey, leave a review about my restaurant, and then you go on Yelp, you leave a review, and then you say to yourself, like, I really enjoyed this restaurant, I would definitely come back. And let's say the next time you go to the restaurant, you don't necessarily have a really good experience. However, since you said in the review that you did have a good experience, it won't be as bad this time around. These little subtle pieces of psychology is being used pretty much everywhere you go. As a matter of fact, whenever I think of the movie They Live, do you remember when Roddy Piper put on those glasses and then he goes outside and he actually sees like the elite manipulating the masses? When you read the book Influenced by Robert Cialdini, it's kind of like you get that ability. It's like, oh, I see it happening. When you see influencers, for example, when you see like the Kardashians, or you see a pop star or someone that is on YouTube and they do these, you can see the influencer tactics being used. The third one is social proof. And that guy that takes the photos with the girls, even though it's like his sister's best friends. Social proof is probably the easiest one to do. Social proof, because of social media, has allowed us to be able to communicate it very easily, because all we do is just put an online presence or a single image that we're living our best life. However, outside of the image, it's not necessarily true. And I also think it's the most dangerous because it's so easily accessible to give off social proof. So for example, if you see somebody posting that they're living their best life, you are then compelled to live that kind of lifestyle. And then you follow in his footsteps or her footsteps, and you try to live your best life, even though it's just a facade and you're living a normal life. Social proof is very dangerous. It's very contagious. And I actually believe that it's probably the most dangerous because of the fact that it's easily widespread. The following that I'd like to talk about is liking. That's the one I was missing. So liking is when you meet somebody that's very similar to you, you know, and then they suck up or they treat you very nice or they compliment you. And then you get like, oh, I like this person. I really like this person. This one is also pretty much easy to do. I mean, but it's pretty much human psychology whenever you do liking. And, you know, us as human beings, we're bound to like other people. You know, that's just how we are. We like people that are like us. Not saying that's wrong, but there's one thing that you want to avoid, and that's the echo chamber. So never just surround yourself only with people you like. You want to have people that challenge you. You want to have people that allow you to explore different aspects of yourself or challenge the way you think, or like, you know, if you can have the ability to have a friend that's way outside of your comfort zone to give you opinions and ideas that aren't necessarily ones you agree with, those can be an asset in your social circle. The echo chamber is very dangerous because it leaves you in the comfort of your own thinking. So be very careful about the liking influence tool. The next one is authority. So this is the fourth. Yeah. The next one is, let's see. Bear with me here, guys. Let's see. Social proof, liking, reciprocity, commitment, and consistency. The fifth one is authority. All right. So we're on number 5. So authority is very peculiar because authority can be conveyed by social cues, kind of like, you know, like a police officer wearing his badge, a doctor wearing a stethoscope or a lab coat. It can also be, you know, your mother when you're a kid, right? All these kinds of figures of authority, they influence the way you think and the decisions that you make. So be very wary of that. Recently, I just made a YouTube video joking of the fact that, you know, depending on who the influencer is and his basis of authority or her basis of authority. So let's say, for example, if you're not eating healthy, this is an example of how it works. If you're not eating healthy and then your friend comes and says, hey, man, you're looking like you're getting out of shape. You shouldn't eat that. You'd be like, get out of here, right? If a police officer comes and sees you eating unhealthy and says, son, it looks like you're not eating healthy there. You shouldn't eat that. But like, what are you going to do? Arrest me? Go away. But if a guy with a stethoscope and a lab coat shows up and says, that's going to raise your cholesterol and you don't want to be paying me a visit when it's too late, I suggest you stop eating unhealthy. Be like, oh, okay, fine. Right. And then you stop eating bad because that authority figure that knows what he or she is talking about tells you to do so. The last level of influence, the last tool of influence, rather, is scarcity. Now, scarcity is when things might be running out, when it's last minute, time's running out. There's not a lot in supply. So like when the pandemic hit, the toilet paper thing started becoming big and everyone's like stocking up on toilet paper and going out. And then you're thinking to yourself, I have plenty of rolls of toilet paper, but what if it's not enough? I better go out and fight. Another example of scarcity would be, there's donut shops. There's a Dunkin' Donuts just about in every corner that you go. There's Dunkin' Donuts everywhere. There's always a Krispy Kreme. There's always, these kinds of, and you don't think twice about like, those donuts can wait. However, if you're in the office and someone goes, hey, there's donuts in the break room, everybody then starts scrambling, right? They want to get the donut before they're all gone because everyone else is going to go for the donuts. So that's another example of scarcity. Another is Black Friday. We all know during Black Friday, what's up, Always Laced? Good to see you again. So in Black Friday, everybody goes out and fights when you can easily buy something online during Black Friday. However, people would rather go out and fight because psychologically they're thinking, I want to get the last thing of whatever it is that they're fighting for. I want to put my life on the line. There's some sort of psychology involved when it comes to Black Friday. You're seeing people scrambling for something and you want to go scramble with them. That's also a level of scarcity. So I highly recommend, guys, you check out the book Influence by Robert Cialdini. It's by far one of the most important books I've read in my life. Makes you a great business person. Makes you be a little more wary of individuals and society. And it makes you make better decisions in your life. So once again, the book is Influence by Robert Cialdini. That is it for me, guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in to the daily online business coaching sessions. If you enjoyed this, visit miaminetworking.com, sign up to our newsletter. If you know anybody that can enjoy this, also send it to them, send us our link. And also, keep in mind that we're going to be working on our next virtual networking event really soon. So make sure you're on our newsletter and stay up to date. I'll see you guys then. Have a great day, guys.